Well, welcome to my channel. Glad to see you. I'm going to be doing a pattern that I haven't done on this channel before, but it's one of the first patterns that I had learned a long time ago. So stick around and I'll show you how I do it. Well, hi YouTube, and welcome back to all my Buster buddies. Hey, it's your big kahuna here, Brad, and this is Brad's Boredom Busters, your tie-dye art channel. Yep, I'm going to be doing, and I'm sure you saw the thumbnail and the description, I am going to be doing, well, it's sometimes called a dragon scale or sometimes called a mermaid scale. It just depends what color you're going to be dyeing it. I'm going to be doing mine in the mermaid colors today. All right, so the things you're going to need for this project is a 100% white cotton t-shirt. You need to pre-wash that first and then soak it in soda ash solution for at least 20 minutes and then put that in your washer and spin out as much moisture as you can. And then I chose to also put mine in the dryer for about 30 minutes to get more of the moisture out. And then I have it sitting on my table. It's still just barely damp, but it's pretty dry. And that makes it easier to actually have the dye penetrate because the fold up is rather thick. And so having a drier shirt does help for the penetration and saturation of the colors. The other thing you need for this pattern is a washable marker and then some sinew to tie it up with. One other item that you are going to need for this pattern, I almost forgot, a yardstick will also help to lay out this fold up. So if you have a yardstick, that's going to be helpful as well. And that's about it. So pretty simple. Like I say, this is one shirt that I did when I was a rookie. This is a fairly simple shirt. The fold up isn't that bad and the tie up's real easy. All right, my shirt's waiting for me over here. So let's get over to the work table and get it done. Okay, Busters, so like I said, my shirt's been prepped, pre-washed, soaked in soda ash solution, spun out, and then I actually put it in the dryer to get most of the moisture out. It's just barely damp. So this should be just right to help fold up this pattern. I also have already turned my shirt inside out, and so it's pretty much ready to be folded up. So the first thing to do would be centering the shirt, and I'll do that before we start actually folding up the pattern. So I've already taken it from the underarms here and shook it out to square it up really good. So now I'm just going to square up the bottom here. Okay, so now is where you're going to want to use the yardstick if you have one. If not, then you can use a ruler and just try to eyeball between your two marks. But we want to draw a line through here. Okay. Don't need that. Okay, so the next thing to do with this pattern is you want to take your sleeves and fold those both in so you end up with a straight line here. Okay, so after you do that, now you want to take and fold these outside edges to your center line. And if you have any wrinkles or anything, try to get those out as best you can. Some shirts are just made with unfortunate twists in them, and you just kind of can't get those out just because that's the way the shirt was cut and sewn. And it looks like that's what I've got going on here. But do the best you can to kind of get it to lay as nice and flat as you can. Alright, once you get as many wrinkles out as you can, like I say, this one side is just not going to cooperate, obviously. But hopefully your shirt looks more like this, less like that, but it's not going to affect the pattern that much. Okay, so once you have that to that point, then you want to take and just fold the shirt in half along this line. Okay, that is that. So that will be all of the folding. Now we want to lay out our pattern. And so you can actually use your yardstick for this as well. Or you can just do it by eye. It doesn't matter. But what you want to do, we're going to draw kind of a zigzag pattern along here. So considering the width of this, I think I'll go 6 and 12 and 18, 24, 6, yeah, it ends up being right about there. All right, and so we went every 6 inches along this side, so what I want to do is going by half of that, so we'll go every 3 here, so 3. There you go. And so what we want to do then is just lay out like that. Okay. So that is the layout for our scales. And so now you need your sinew. I'm almost out of sinew on this, but I'll use up as much as I need and then I'll reload it when I have to. So let's get a slip knot on here. Got our slip knot, so we want to come down that way. All right. Make sure you capture both the top and the bottom of your fabric, and then just tighten it up. As you tighten it, then it'll create the pleats for you. So just cinch that up. Your first one probably won't be quite on the line because I say my layers, they're not laying exactly even, but that's okay. All right. So after you cinch it up, then roll from the top to the bottom, because that way you'll finish here at this top point. So that's how you want to end up. So go kind of roll from the top to the bottom toward you. And then cinch that down. Okay, all right. So now start here and go down to your next mark there. Don't worry about the line. You just want to hit your points. The line is just kind of there to give you a kind of a good guide and an idea where you're going. But you don't have to be right straight on that. All right, so then same thing, just as you pull on your sinew, it'll create its own pleats. There you go, and then just wrap around again. And just keep repeating this all the way down. So you can watch me, enjoy the music. All right, Busters, time for me to reload. I'll be right back. All right, my puller's loaded, so just tie it in. Usually I wrap around about 3 times and do basically a square knot, but make sure I have plenty of loops. And you come back that way. 3 more loops. 2, 3. Pull that. There you go. And that gives you a good strong knot, because I've learned if you don't kind of roll it around itself about 3 times, the wax on the sinew, it just wants to, once you pull on it, the knot will just slip apart. So it's kind of a kind of something I've learned, just to, make sure you have a stout knot when you're working with the sinew and you have to join it together. It doesn't affect the pattern at all. All right, let's continue. We're almost finished. We're getting up here where the sleeves are, so it's going to be thicker. So you just have to really make sure you pull on that good too. Got to really make sure that your sinew on the bottom goes down the same track as all the other ones, because it's real easy to have it not lay in the right place if you're not paying attention. All right, so there is our finished tied up pattern. And a lot of times, on different patterns, if these are touching, you're concerned about how the dye is going to bleed across. But the way this is dyed, and that's why this is such an easy beginner pattern, is you're just going to lay all these colors right across this, and whatever colors say out here on the end is going to be here. And so you're going to just, if they're touching each other, it's not going to matter. Anyway, so let me get set up to do the dye process. We're going to do that here at the table. So let me take a break and get set up, and I'll be right back. I'll see you soon. All right, we're all set. And I was shaking the dye bottles just to make sure they're mixed up well because they've been sitting around. They're a little older. My blue was, the top wasn't on very tight, so it kind of spattered, but it's not going to matter because that's kind of a close area where the blue is going to be. So not a big deal. All right, so let's go over the colors. We're going to be using deep purple, electric blue, and lime pop green. And so like I said, I'm doing kind of the mermaid color pattern. If you were to do a dragon scale, then you'd probably be using black, red. You could use orange or yellow at the tips. It'd be black down the middle, red next to the black, and then out on the points here would be your orange or yellow. In our case, though, I'm using the deep purple down the middle, then our electric blue on either side of that, and then out on the tips, we'll be using the lime pop green. All right, so that's basically what we're getting into. So you can watch along, enjoy the music, and here we go. Okay, Busters, I think we're done. I think it looks like it's saturated well enough. So now that we've got that finished, I'll stick this in my curing tub. It'll sit for 24 hours. And then after that, I'll take it out to the laundry sink and we'll do a rinse out. Start with a cold water rinse to flush out the soda ash solution. And then I'll turn it up to hot to flush out any dye that hasn't bonded with the fabric yet. And then after it's rinsed out and running practically clear in the laundry sink, we will put it in the laundry on a hot water wash with detergent and Synthropol, which is a professional textile detergent. And you can get all these tools and materials and chemicals that I use in my videos down in my affiliate links. They're in the description below, so help yourself to whatever you need. And after it's all washed and dried, we'll bring it back and we'll see our reveal. All right, we'll see you at the reveal. Thanks for watching. All right, Busters, this came out really nice. My only real point of critique is up here where the sleeves were, where it got thicker. I didn't pull my sinew tight enough, but I know my viewers are really good and talented and smart, and you'll get yours tight enough so you have good white lines everywhere. Basically, the way this looks, you should have that up here as well. But beyond that, I love the colors, and like I say, the pattern's really fun and easy to do. So, hey, enjoy this one. Yep. Hey, I hope you learned something new on this. If you did, why don't you give me a thumbs up? Yeah, I think this one turned out really nice. I love the colors. They're really pretty. And if you wouldn't mind sharing this video around with some of your friends, maybe they'd like to see this and try it out as well, that'd be great. That would help me out. All right. I love this. I hope you liked it too. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about it. And you know, you made it this long into the video. You must like what you see. So why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss any other upcoming videos. And don't forget about the affiliate links down in the description below. And yes, leave me some comments. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Love all my subscribers. Peace out, baby. And go have fun tie-dyeing. The other things you're going to need for this pattern is 100. No. The other thing you're going to need for this I can talk.